What's going on, my beautiful people from YouTube? Let's talk about the next proof of work altcoin that's going to make us all a whole bunch of money. Just kidding. It already made us a lot of money, actually. So if you guys do get on the Discord and we get to talk to me outside of the YouTube, I already told you about this. You know what's going on here. And it's just me fulfilling a promise to tell everybody else about what's going on, because this is the moonshot that a lot of people have been waiting for. We're putting GPUs back to work, making sure that we are getting returns on the tech that we already have. It is a great time to be in crypto. I don't care what anybody says about this bear market. Yes, the market could be bearish, Bitcoin could be dropping, but there are things that are taken up and taken off, just like NEXA. They are a proof of work blockchain that's doing things really different from other people, but bringing it back to the basics, which is kind of really cool. Giveaway happening. Yes, I'll do it after credits, but you make sure you leave that like and a comment down below, because that's how we make sure that more people get exposed to these videos. Here's their website, and NEXA is a digital economy with a capacity for all. Let me zoom in so you can read this. NEXA is the most scalable blockchain ever built. It will handle over 100 billion transactions per day while offering EVM-like smart contracts and native token services, all while staying decentralized. It's actually some really cool tech that these guys are building, and I got to give them credit for the way they're going about doing this, because they're not trying to raise money from VCs. They're trying to just make this happen the right way. And I know what's the right way. It's hard for any one person to kind of pinpoint that. So going back to their website here, I want to highlight a couple little things that I think is really important. First and foremost, let's talk about Bitcoin Unlimited, because that's who's building this thing. So NEXA has been built and continues to be maintained and upgraded by Bitcoin Unlimited, this to me is a huge selling point of these guys. They're like an organization that has been around for 7 years and over 70 years of building experience, as far as crypto is concerned. They are, they've worked on Bitcoin, they've worked on Bitcoin Cash. They know what they're doing. And as always, you can always go to their, team page and see everybody that's on there, who's doing what, who's working on this project. They have good people, and that's like the bare minimum for a project to be worthwhile in my book. You know that for a fact, but they take it to the next level by being a proof of work network. That's the safest way to to make sure something is safe, is to make it proof of work, especially when proof of stake is in jeopardy. When people are doing that third-party proof of staking type of thing, it's never fun. But get paid directly from the protocol and help secure NEXA. They're encouraging people to mine. Right now, you can mine with a CPU, not a CPU. They used to be able to mine with the CPU. Now you got to mine with the GPU. That kind of sunsetted back in November of 2022 as far as CPUs are concerned. Kind of like Bitcoin. I remember when I used to mine Bitcoin with my CPU. Oh, the good old days, the good old days. But right now we're in the GPU phase, and it is actually really profitable, especially if you have a 4090. I got to get myself one of those. It's just efficient to mine with that GPU right now. I have a 3090, and I am being, it's the best way for me to mine. And I'm actually going to do a full-out video on how to mine, not only mine NEXA, but dual mine. That way you can increase your profits by over 20% if you do dual mining with your GPUs. And I do it on my main computer. If I'm not utilizing, the power of my GPU, there's no reason for me not to mine. Again, I am in an area where I pay a lot for my electricity, but I produce enough with solar to where I can, still mine without incurring a bill. So I want to get to that next level of, income without having to spend more money. And to me, a GPU is what makes sense. If I were to install a second ASIC miner, well, ASIC miners, you're talking about 3,000 plus watts with one of those units. I'm not going to do that to myself. Instead, I'm going to spend 300 watts and mine with my GPU, NEXA, and ZIL at the same time. That's what I'm doing. That's how I'm trying to maximize my profits. I've definitely paid that part, once, maybe twice over already, by mining with it. And to me, it's a no-brainer, because if I have hardware sitting idle, I need to find a way to put it to work. But back to what's important, because how do you get NEXA? What's going on with this thing? And why does it matter? Well, they are really community driven, which is actually super cool, which is why I get a ton of messages talking to me about NEXA this, NEXA that. And it's worthwhile because these guys are really funding things. They are, not only being the backbone, but they're behind the push for this token. And right now, if you want to get it, there's only a handful of places, but one that I'm really excited about, and I want to let you guys know, MEXC. Guys, it's launching on March 7th. That's, less than 2 days away. So 48-hour countdown is already rolling. I want to make sure you guys know about this. Here's my referral code for, MEXC, just MEXC.action.ceo. It makes it super easy to get on there, but it's going to be on that, platform. And I love the platform. I can tell you a lot of people with a lot of money use that platform over and over and over again, especially with Celsius. But take a look at, NEXA's market cap and everything that's going on with it right now. Where, like I said, bear market, and right now it is a 8.68%. That's wild, right? I mean, this is not supposed to be pumping. What's the deal? Well, they're doing cool things and they're building during a bear market, which is what most people should be doing. We've seen this token increase dramatically. Let's let's do all, because they don't have a lot of tracking data anyway. So February 1st is when they started tracking this thing. And you can see how it's taken its course, and it's been doing so stinking well. I mean, we're right now, 16x from where it was. I mean, that's not even all-time high. This thing has so much potential. Again, they are doing this project right. The way they're focusing on things, their efforts are going towards the right things. And it's why I want to show you. I want to make sure you guys understand that there are things happening out there, and it's not just your Bitcoin, Ethereum, and that's it. No, there's plenty of things happening in crypto. And with NEXA specifically, they want to focus on transactions, peer-to-peer transactions. And they talk about how they want to make sure that they have hardware for people that's going to be, a full node under $1,000 to enable more of those peer-to-peer transactions. And they're doing it right. That's what I'm talking about here. Take a look at their roadmap. I mean, on their roadmap page, they talk about background, they talk about vision, talk about all of these different things. And here's the roadmap. And I'm going to translate something that some people miss here. So NEXA Roadmap, and they talk about all the things they want to do. So next steps, late 2022 to mid 2023. So they got a Token Explorer. Here's a pretty stinking cool one. Gigablock scaling phase 2. Signature FPGA. People forget what an FPGA actually is. An FPGA is nothing more than a chip that's programmable. It's got a bunch of gates. It's what the FPGA stands for right there. That way you can say, information that way or information this way. It's a programmable chip. It's how people create ASICs. Before someone prints an ASIC chip, they will first try it out on an ASIC board. They will go ahead and actually develop the chip on board and pretend that that's the final chip, except it is way larger than it has to be, because the final chip, you're able to condense all that information way, way down. An FPGA board is the start of something. It is not the finishing line, because you can see they did say FPGA miner as well. FPGA miners are the first step before you get onto the ASIC game. So they have big plans. They've been following through with the things that they're talking about. And guys, this is one I'm not missing out on. I want to make sure, I'm not saying that I'm putting all my coins into this thing, but you better believe it that I am definitely part of it. I've been talking about it for a little while, and I'm going to pick it up and continue to talk about it because I want to make sure that this thing gets the traction that it deserves. Right now, I will highly encourage anybody that's interested not only to check out MEXC to pick up some tokens, but you can mine as well. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to mine. I'm going to do the dual mining, setup that I have going on here myself, so you can do it as well. Yes, the difficulty is increasing. That's normal, especially with how many cards are out there, how popular crypto is, and how many people want to take advantage of these, platforms. But you can still earn, and it's still profitable, which is awesome right now, especially in this market where, a lot of these different products, Ethereum, kind of just said, peace out, I'm done, no more GPU mining. So, and it becomes even more and more profitable as the token price goes up. So yes, difficulty can go up, but if the price increases with the difficulty, who cares? It's just as profitable. What else? What am I missing? What do you guys need to know that I haven't told you guys yet? All those transactions are all going to be on a layer 1. That field programmable gate array chip is cool, but it tells me that an ASIC might be down the line. That could be where they go next with this whole thing. I'm really excited. Like, I don't know, this is me being giddy about a token, and this doesn't happen very often. And I know some people have been talking to me about this for a while, messaging me, are you going to make a video about this? Yes, I'm making a video about this because it does matter, because it is a really cool technology. And I'm really excited that there are really cool people out there building cool stuff for all of us that's going to further this space. It's going to make it possible for these peer-to-peer transactions that are scalable. Well, let's hope it's as scalable as they say they are. Like, but you got to give it a shot. That's the way I'm looking at this. Even the speculation is enough for me to put my money down and say, yeah, let's do it. And when I say my money down, I'm talking about multiple platforms here. I'm talking about both buying the token as well as spending that, very expensive electricity in California to mine NEXA. I see big things for this thing. Again, it's never financial advice. I'm just trying to share with you guys what I'm up to. Hopefully you guys are able to profit with these, picks that I give you, as much as I have been, because it's exciting. Not only the monetary benefits, but also being part of something cool, being on the cutting edge of something that's happening. I am a little upset I didn't, get in before November, to be able to say that I mine NEXA with my CPU, just like I'm able to say with Bitcoin, but that's okay. We're here now, and we do the best with what we got. That's the way to move forward. That's the way to, move in this crypto space. You're not late. Believe me, you're not late. So learn as much as you can, and, get well versed with what's going on in the space, because it's just starting out. If you think about it, it is just starting out. There's so many opportunities for all of us here, and I don't want you to miss this one. Welcome back. Let's make sure we pick a winner for the last video. I told you guys I was going to give away a 90s bowl from arcade.fun. This is my comment picker. Just going to go ahead and pick from anybody on the comments. And the question I was asking was, what's a project you're most excited about on the Kadena network? Because they got some cool stuff over there. So I'm going to pick a winner. Let's see if they answer the question. Ramrod, dude, this is my man right here. Dude, you just got an NFT. Secret Garden of Kadena. That's actually a really cool one. Helium Miner is Crank. Man, yeah, Crank. You guys got to learn about Crank. They're in alpha right now. They're going to release beta. I've been talking to them. I will get even more info video on it as well, but they're pretty darn cool. I got some Crank miners already, and I highly recommend it. I'm going to see if we can do a giveaway of a Crank miner when I do that video, because y'all are worth it. But what else can I say? Yeah, I've been playing with the algorithm a little bit, I gotta be honest, and I've been trying some different things just to test stuff out. Yes, it messes up my views, the number of subscribers doesn't increase as rapidly, but I like doing testing just so I can understand how people are being manipulated on the internet, because that's what it is. Let's just be serious. So yeah, if videos didn't get that many views, that's one of the reasons why I've been testing things that most people won't even realize, but that's what's happening. What else can I say? Yeah, I need to do this. I'm probably cut this to the beginning. Giveaway happening. Yes, I'll do it after credits, but you make sure you leave that like and a comment down below, because that's how we make sure that more people get exposed to these videos. But if you're watching it now at the end, you already done that, because you guys are fantastic. Couldn't have asked for a better audience on this space. You guys are super, super awesome, which is why I'm going to continue to bring you content, even though YouTube is paying me $100 a month. Rolling the big bucks. No, seriously, guys, thank you all so much. I appreciate the views, I appreciate the likes, I appreciate the shares, letting other people know that this information is out there. I'm doing it for you, because it obviously does not pay the bills, because it's YouTube and it's a bear market, and there's very, very few people watching in comparison to when things were pumping. When things are pumping, you get tons and tons of traffic very easily. Like, you could just start a YouTube channel and been flooded with views. Now it's a struggle. It's hard. You're competing with good people. The people that are sticking around there in this bear market, they're the better ones. It's people that actually know what they're doing. If you check out Red Panda Mining, for example, they've talked about NEXA. They showed you how to actually mine. It's a good channel. They know what they're doing, and they're going to be around for the long term, which is super awesome. And I kind of am thankful for bear market when it comes to channels dying out, because the people that should be dying out will die out during these times, and that's just the way it goes. So I will see you guys in the next video when I bring you, what am I bringing you next video? Well, Let's do mining. I'm going to do something, you know, as far as mining and how you can mine with stuff that maybe you already got, or stuff that you might want to get into. Let's do that. Mining next video. It's settled. Let's end it here.